Hi, everybody. I'm just waiting for people to get on. I'm trying to get my other device set up too, so I can see what's happening. There we go. Let's see what's happening. There we go. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Where's my power? All right, I see people are getting on. Awesome. Trying to find my power here. There we go. So I see that Connie Richards here and Connie Clavat, Sharon, welcome. Diane, welcome, welcome everybody. I have exactly 7 right now, so we'll wait just 1 more minute. There's a couple more people try to find me. Hope you all had a great day today. Mine was okay. I had an eye doctor's appointment. That's never too fun when they dilate your eyes and everything. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get started. Looks like some other people have joined us. I see Joanne is here. Say hi if you're here. Welcome. All right, we'll get started. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Most of you know my name is Corinne Sandin. I do teach stamping and scrapbooking here in the local Eastern Albany area. I'm happy that you're all here. I have a couple of fun projects for you, but I have some housekeeping stuff to take care of first. So this is the new host code. So if you put it in an online order that's smaller than $150, I would appreciate it if you would use this host code. Then my colored printer went, so you can't see the colored part, but I am starting an in-color club that runs just for 5 months, and it gives you a little bit of everything for the new colors. So, for example, you will get a classic stamp pad, the refill, 4 sheets of a cardstock, 8 sheets of designer series paper, 2 yards of in-color ribbon, and a complete card every month in your kit. The month that you get the sweet sorbet, and I should have my package, I'm hoping by next week, to show you the actual colors online compared to other colors. You will get a package of the new embellishments. I do have another co-op coming up at the American Legion in Litchfield on May 14th. These tickets are selling really fast. I did promote it on a couple of other scrapbooking groups that I belong to. We've already sold 8 tickets, I believe. We only have space for 20. It's smaller than the church, but it's a beautiful place. We're helping the Legions. They're trying to build a larger building. I do have a paper share, so this week is the selection week for the Stampin' Stacks. If you didn't see them and you'd like to see them, just shoot me a private message and I'll send them off. There'll only be one Stampin' Stack a month and one paper share. And that's what this is, where you get a quarter of a pack of a designer series paper. You get a half a pack of embellishments. You get a yard of twine as a thank you. You get one complete card sample in your thing, and then you get enough to complete 3. It's $15, and this month, it's really pretty paper. It'll be the Abstract of Beauty. So it's this paper. Oops. So the back side is a little neutral, pretty flowers. They all have a little bit of that gold embellishments. The back side, striped. Whoop. And this one. So you will get a sheet of each of these. And this is how it comes, 4x6. Normally I cut the bigger ones into 6x6 for you. Whoops, I got one too many. So those of you that like black and white, I like this one that's black and white. You'll be able to color it. One more. So again, I only have 8 kits, and I think I only have 4 left. I've already sold 4. So I always pre-order the stuff because of the shipping issues. I want to make sure the people that want it can get it. So I guess that covers that part. So last month I did it and it seemed people like it. For those of you that are Paper Pumpkin subscribers, I see a few more people have joined us. I see that Cindy's here and Tammy's here. Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome. Those that subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin, I like to show them some alternatives. But if you did get last month's Paper Pumpkin, which this is, whoops, I'm dropping everything. This is the box. We got 2 stamp sets because, let me slide this out. March is always their anniversary month of Paper Pumpkin. So this was the actual kit. Tonight I'm going to be promoting the bonus kit that we got. So let me see. I have all the stamps on all kinds of blocks. So this was the bonus kit. You can see I have a lot of the stamps out. It is a 2-step, so it's a great way to practice that. It has some amazing sayings in it. So I did make a few alternates for you. I call them simple step up. If you're not familiar with the Paper Pumpkin, it is a month-to-month subscription. And then the coming month, that you only have a few more days that you can order, is about change. Change is beautiful. So if you need a link, or you want to buy a prepaid, or you want some information, just reach out to me. I always guarantee it, so if you don't like it, I can give you a refund in Stampin' Dollars, or you can contact Stampin' Up and they will walk you through how you can return it with them. So plenty of guarantees. So let me get everything out that I need. Okay. I don't need this and I don't need this. I do like to save the cards, but I tend to cut up the envelopes and use them like designer series paper. Because look at, this is so beautiful. These were all envelopes. These are true cards that are made just like they gave us directions for. It corresponds with the Horizon Suite that is in the J&J catalog, the January to June catalog. I also want to remind people of that. Everybody thinks because the annual catalog is ending at the end of the month, the January to June catalog will be around to the end of May, I believe. So I'm going to make you 3 cards. tonight. So first thing I want to show you is how I trim up my envelopes. Get these out of the way so I can get my cutter. How many of you don't use your envelopes with the cards that are paper pumpkin people? Do you cut them up and use them as paper? So the first thing I do is I see how we have this like darker color. I line the edge of the envelope right to the edge of that. So you can see I'm only cutting off a sliver. I have to do this with it laying down. And I'll show you. This is all that I'm cutting off. I do the same thing on the other side. And then when I open it, I have all of this on this side, but I like this side. So I'm going to cut this off the bottom as well. I'm saving this, and I'll use that as paper too. We are going to need a piece of this. So I'm going to cut it while I have my cutter at 4 inches. By 5 1/4. And then we'll need a piece of this a little bit later, but I can't remember what the measurements are. So I'm going to get that out of the way. So card number 1 is straight stamping, simple stamping. There it is. All I did is I'm going to show you right here. I took a piece of basic white. Let me score this. I forgot to score it. Fold that. Grab a bone folder. So the colors I'm using came right off the back of our sheet that we get. If you look on the back of the sheet, it'll give you coordinating colors. So I'm using the Mystic Moonlight, the Old Olive, and the beautiful Pale Papaya. Those are the colors that I'm using that are listed right here. So if you're not sure what the colors are, you can always check that out. Alright, so we're going to start with the Pale Papaya. I see some of you do use them as designer series paper. Another thing I do, don't gasp, but I like to cut my stamps. So I gotta put this one back. So I cut it where I can cut it nicely and then put it back. So you can see I cut this one little flower off so I can use it. And if you cut it nicely, you can put it right back. So there it is. It's back home with the big guys for a minute. So we're going to use Pale Papaya. Now this is a photopolymer, so make sure you have something underneath you. Just tap dancing. And if you have a hard time with photopolymer, but you have a stamp apparatus, go ahead and use it. I'm stamping this. We're almost in the middle. I'm just going to let the ink gravitate to that cardstock by holding it there for a few seconds. Doesn't take long. Whoops, let me put it back. It looks like I missed a spot. That's what's nice about photopolymer, is you can usually get it back. I do have a bump on my thing. I don't know why. Alright. Then we're going to take... Oops, I got to put that back too. The true step If you give it a nice clean cut, it's very easy to put it back. So now I'm going to close this one up because I don't want a marriage. Grab the Mystic Moonlight. Hold that there for a few seconds, and it looks good. And I can see through this, so I can, if you have a hard time with your hands like I do, take your sleeve or something. There we go. And then we need the center, which is on a little stamp right here. Look at that pretty little center. Right there. Then we have tons of leaves in this little thing. We have one that's single, and then we have two that are together and another one. So, whoops, I almost put that in the blue one. Don't need the envelopes, put the cards in. Yeah, I use regular plain envelopes and decorate them. Yeah, that's what I do. Glad to see some of you do that. You can buy a package of envelopes from Stampin' Up. They're in the annual catalog. Probably won't be exactly like my sample, but that's okay. Let me do one more over here. This is what I do when I have a whole bunch of stamps. I put two on the same block. One on top and one on the bottom. So you can put as many leaves as you like. I like a lot of leaves. Isn't this a pretty set? The greetings are amazing. Let's put a couple over here too. Whoops, I didn't ink that up very good. That's what's nice about the photopolymer, you can see. Let's do one more right here. Okay. So that takes care of that. Now I want the blue back again. And I'm going to stamp the word celebrate. And that's the reason why I put one stamp on the bottom, one stamp on top. So if I need to use it, like this one, I want to stamp the celebrate at the bottom. I don't have to worry about the flower. Getting on my card. I'm going to stamp that right there. You can also make your own envelopes too if you have an envelope, a retired envelope punch board or a template. There's usually some free templates you can download on the internet. Alright, so it's pretty simple. The blings are... These blings too, you can purchase if you need more, but we always get plenty of extra stuff. Alright, so let me put a bling, oops, on this one. Put a couple little ones. So there's number 1. Cute, huh? Very simple, but pretty. All right, so let's move on to number 2, which is here in my pile somewhere, right here. Very simple. So I stepped it up a little bit. Let me fold my cardstock again. Just by cutting one of those envelopes. If I don't answer a question you ask, I will always go back after and answer it. So let's put this on. That's the first time I think we've ever had envelopes that are kind of like double-sided, I call it. So this mat is your standard 4 by 5 1/4. The card base is the standard 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. See if I have some scraps under here. I'm going to cut a little piece off in this. A little bit of a contrast. 3/4 of an inch. Whoops, wrong cutter. By 4. So I'm going to put this about right in the middle there. Using my stamp and seal. Alright, then I've probably told you this, and please forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but if I've got to cut or punch out some circles, I always do about 2 dozen at the same time, because I don't want to have to go back and redo it. So now I need the little flower that I put on. Okay, so leaf, woods. I need that small flower again. And this one. Let me put this one on that side. And then this one on this side. So I always have a whole bunch of circles ready to go. Let's bring back in the pale papaya. We're going to stamp the first layer right here. This one might be a little bit more to the top than the last one. Then I'm going to stamp my greeting, which is on the opposite side. So I don't have to worry about getting another flower. I'm putting that on the bottom where it fits. Bring back in that beautiful old olive. Oh, but let's do the top part. That's what I like about the photopolymer. It's so easy to see where to position your stamp. Well, I didn't stamp that very good, did I? Better. All right, and now we need some leaves, and the leaf is right here. Let me close this up again. I'm just going to use the one that has the two leaves together. Seem to have a problem stamping tonight. Alright, now I want to show you another little trick that I like to do to add. If you can see, there's just a little bit of blue. You take your stamp pad. I got ink on my fingers, so I gotta be careful. And you just reel it slowly across a few times. Don't press so hard that it cuts your stamp pad. And it just gives it a little bit of a glow. And you can see it doesn't really damage your stamp pad. So let's get some dimensionals right here. I have 3 pickup tools. Oh, here it is. I couldn't find one of them today. Here it is. I'm going to put that right there. Grab a nice big old bling. So there's that one. Then the final one is right here. So what I did for this one, I think I have some extras here somewhere. They're going to be on my table here. Hold on a minute. I'm going to collect my stuff. Well, what I did was I stamped a whole bunch of flowers like this. Of course, I never can find them when I need them. I put them in a little plastic bag. I thought I put them in the box. Let's take a quick look. How many of you do that, like I'm doing right now? You know you did it. You know you put it somewhere. You think you can find it when you need it? Nope. I used the little bag that the twine and stuff come in. Oh, there's my sample. There we go. So all I did is took a piece of scrap paper like you see here. And I stamped some. I'm going to cut these out, kind of rough. You notice I am moving the card, not my scissors so much. Cut that one right off. I'm going to cut this out because I want to overlap it a little bit. So if you drive with your cardstock, sometimes that helps that choppiness that you get when you cut stuff out. I'll tell you, if you do not have a pair of these paper snips, They are the best scissors I've ever had in my life. They are so sharp. Many of us that are demonstrators have had, I mean, it'll cut a chunk of your skin off. I think twice that I know of, I've cut either my thumb or nicked a nickel. Alright, one more to go. Rough cut it first. So those of you that are my Paper Pumpkin customers, Friday will be going in the mail. I'm finishing working on them. Some white cardstock bases and envelopes and some type of an embellishment like you see here. So you can make your alternates. Alright, so this is the alternate. We have one more white base here. I don't need that anymore. You put these away. Oh, sorry about that, people. That's my front door. Because I'm hard of hearing, I have one of those ring. Okay, so first I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, and then I'm going to take off 2 1/8. Make sure it's straight. Oh, I have had two pieces together, didn't even realize it. So I'm going to use a couple of envelopes on this. So I have this beautiful one, this one, and then a little bit of green. So let's see. Let's do a little cutting. I just want a small piece. So I'm cutting this. I'm just using the flap. And it's going to measure 5 by, looks like 1 1/2. I want this piece for inside, so I'm going to cut this one to 4. Sticking out. 4 by 5 1/4. And then I need a mat for my other piece. So I'm going to make it like 1 7/8. Hopefully it's 5 1/4. Yep. Okay. So we're going to use all 3 of these pieces. And this time I thought I would put a piece of vellum so you can see. You always have, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin on a regular basis, you always have plenty of leftover pieces. I'm going to try this side, see how we like it. So this is going to go on the inside. That's your standard mat, 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put these two together. center that. Put that on this little flap that I just made. Oh, that's kind of big. Let me see if I can find another one. This one's a little smaller. That's what I wanted. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these big circles again, stamp my greeting, which is right here. Let's do a little creativity here. There we go. I'm only going to put a little bit on the side because I'm going to attach it. Let's put some Stampin' Dimensionals. I just had them, so they're going to be right here. I'm going to put that like that, and then take this one that I cut, bring it in, add a little bit of dimension, and then this one can go right down here. So this is going to go like this, so I want to see where I can put my adhesive. That's why I have it upside down while I'm adding that. Right there, and I can't find my leaves right now, so I'm just going to put blings. I don't know if I want leaves on it anyways. I kind of like the blue background. Which one do you like better? Oops. Looks like we got a dimensional stuck under there. There we go. One more. So which one do you like better? Do you like the one with the vellum and the circle, or the one with the blue down there? Number 1 or 2. And the simple stamping is well, I don't want to keep you while I'm looking for it, but the simple stamping is right here somewhere. So let's do a little, oh, you like them both. Good. Here's the simple stamping right here. So next week, I believe, is Technique Week. I will have this uploaded to YouTube tomorrow or Friday. I would really like it if a few of you would hit the share button. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so glad you like them. And you can do this with any stamp set that you have. I mean, I'm just trying to show you the awesome value of the paper pumpkin or the new paper kits that we can get. One time I will feature one of those because they're really cool. So, Until next week, you guys have a great week. Take care of yourselves, be kind, and I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye now.